Hello, Divine Feminines. This message today, I am so honored to bring that God just gave me, the Creator Source. This message is for the 144,000 Divine Feminine light workers who are standing at the edge of creation, pushing forward for the change to bring back wholesomeness and good things for our children, changing the world, changing the collective consciousness, helping people to get in touch with source and their natural self, their natural God image that is in them, that they're born with, that beautiful tiny child that, the first time your parents looked at you, they were like, what a beauty, how awesome. I know when I saw my children for the first time, it brought tears to my eyes. I could not believe that I had brought something so beautiful into this world. And now I know why we have that feeling each time we see a new child born. It's because they're born in the image of God, innocence, pure and natural. And that's just a beautiful thing, Divine Feminines, that we can actually bring through our body creatures and souls and spirits from out of the universe according to our vibration. That's why we want to make sure we keep our vibration high. This is the scribe, 12 of air. And again, we get this. And it's such an honor because Creator is asking you to write down. You are the 144,000 light workers, and you've experienced things that you can't explain. But God wants you to write them down anyway, to share them with people, because God always gives the answer. The Creator Source will bring the answer to the things that you can't explain in time when you're ready for it. This is about journaling, keeping time. Each day as goes by, as you write down, your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences, and you can leave this as a legacy to your children. They might not be interested until the end of your life, but the thing is it'll become the most important thing that they read as they read how this time, day, and age changed us all, where we come up out of the darkness and into the light and begin to see life as it truly is and as it truly should be, right, Divine Feminine? So Creator is saying, keep the records. Be the record keeper of your family. Be the record keeper of your family that delivers that knowledge and wisdom of what you went through at this time and how you achieved it down to the people that are coming behind you. Yeah. And it's so important also writing. Writing helps you to really contemplate and understand what you're writing, because you have to be focused on it. And that focus that you get is completely different than typing it out and seeing it appear. Writing gives you the depth that you need of contacting that energy, being in that energy. And writing is good for the soul. And you know what? Next year you may want to go back and see what today was and get to see your progress. I've looked at my progress over the last couple days, and it's amazing how much I've grown in a year, but it's mind-blowing to see how much I've grown in 5 years and matured and found and am on the edge of finding bliss, joy and bliss, and working towards it, because I know that it's inside of me, that I've got to move all that other stuff out of the way that I've been through to reach it, to allow the past to stay in the past and to keep it there, and to move forward to more and more beautiful experiences in life with God, with creation. And so Creator is saying, please write these experiences down, these transformations, these magical experiences that you're having, because they'll be a declaration to the world. Or, same thing, the battle between light and dark, how it is capable of living in light and shining the light in the dark and becoming a very happy creature of both the dualities, bringing together, learning to love each other. I'm talking about ourselves, our light and our dark, learning to love each other and working together because it's needed. Healing the darkness and knowing that it's a part of us. We'll never get away. We'll always find, something somewhere down the line, something will happen that'll bring out your anger, darkness, or, there's nothing to be afraid of that. That's okay. It's an emotional reaction. It was a trigger. Anger is a trigger. Something hurt. Oh, whatever it was. Work through it. Find out what happened. Explore that trigger. It's an adventure because you might find some way, something in there that's very valuable to you, and be able to leave it in the past. You might be able to say, and come to understanding and move forward into your transformation. Okay, I love the wee moon. For the divine feminine, I can't help it. It's just what I love. And 9 of fire on the bottom, a wounded warrior. Yes, write down your battles. Write down the battles you've had. Hand them down to your daughters and your children. Write down things that could have been, maybe have went better. Write these things down because you are the wisdom of your children. You are the wisdom of your children. They will follow you. And many, many ways they will follow your road. They might have a different story than you, but the characters will be playing out maybe in the same way. So, teach your children well. Show them. Wow, these cards are stiff, cold. Come on, babies. Let's warm up a little bit. Yeah. There we go. I am playing alpha wave music for healing in your inner world, your heart, your mind, your clearing waters of things that, don't, let's say, music, alpha waves that helps your water to crystallize into beautiful geometric shapes, which come out as energy. Yeah, I sit and listen to it. I love it. I just love listening to the frequencies. Been doing it for a while. I've actually worked on being a bridge between heaven and earth and instilling them into the crystal grid, because the crystal grid holds energy and emits it at a certain pace, and at that pace that it emits out from Mother Earth, this is coming up into all of us. Love, peace, joy, and the people are absorbing this because it's a natural energy. And that's the change, baby. That's the change. Yeah. Being a part of the change. That's right. And I'm one of the light workers. I'm one of the 144,000. And I know that. I know that. Yes, indeed. I work with the ethers and ethics and honor, dignity, integrity, accountability. I work with the Creator, and I am proud to say I am one of His chosen, His 144,000. Now let's get it right. We are all chosen. But how many of us put our damn nose to the grindstone and begin to sacrifice things that no longer serve us so that we can get closer to the Creator Source? And those things that hold us back from Creator Source, that frustrate us, those things that make it angry, those things that we feel like are interferences into our life, well, we have to start making boundaries against those things that separate us from the truth. Anything that separates us from the light has to be cut off. And that takes a lot of sacrifices. Divine Feminine. But you look like you're right there, Divine Feminine. Growing. Look at you, about ready to give birth to something new. Whether you're pregnant, whether you just got pregnant, or whether you're a mother of ancient days and you are giving birth, this is a mother of ancient days. I feel it. One of the 144,000. We've returned to this planet many, many times. We love this planet. We don't bemoan this planet. We came here to fix this planet, and that's the birth. That's the birth. The Divine Feminine is about to give fire. Birth to fire, birth to children that will stand up and say, you can't treat the mother like this. You can't rape her of all her resources and leave her in bad shape that the children have to suffer it. You can't do that. The mothers are going to stand up to this, and they're going to write about it. It'll be written in history where the mothers of this planet stand together hand in hand and force back the patriarchy and the wealthy and take back what belongs to our children. And we will do it. We will do it. I know we will. God done told me we will. That's what we're here for. This planet is a free sovereign planet, and she can choose what she wants, and she says she gives everything for free. And we have industrialized this place. We have created a place where now money is obsolete. Money does not count anymore. Everybody has a right to enjoy the resources. Everybody's been paid. Our ancestors built this world. I love this. 8, restorative justice, mending the web. You see that? Creator Source is right here with us. Kick, mending the web, making it right for everybody. There's enough. The only thing that would change would be the work hours, and everything else just go normally about the way it goes, except our home is our home, and we can go to the store and go shopping, and a vacation every 6 months for 3 weeks. 6-week vacation a year. Absolutely. It's deserved anywhere you want to go. You just call and make the reservations. Make sure you call ahead of time. You'll have to go to the spot you planned unless you cancel, but don't do that. Just go anyway. Look, we all deserve a free world. Free the resources, and we'll work 4 hours a day for Mother Earth. Nothing will change except the hours. Mend the web. And then you would have time to spend with your children and your spouses. It would be beautiful, and the best education for all the children. How wonderful. What kind of inventions and creative powers will happen in the future when you give every child a chance? There's some miracle workers out in the population that's never been noticed because they're so quiet. They kind of get put back in the corner. There are people out there waiting to be discovered that know great things. And mending the web is our job as mothers. Rip the old down. Tear it down. It doesn't do justice. It doesn't make us feel equal. It's not an equal society. God says, and it's up to us to break it. We can do it. We're powerful right now. We're coming into our power. Yes. 10 of fire. Mastering our power. Look at that. We are mastering. I did a 1-minute video on this morning. 10 of fire out of the Gaia deck. It's about mastering yourself and your craft. It's about understanding what you're here to do. It's about standing loud and proud for who you are. And the divine feminine, we should be very proud of who we are. We are life creators, life makers. We bring life into this world. We are the womb for which the universe gives birth to the energies, new energies that are born out in the universe, new revolutions, new revelations. God takes these things and put them in a consciousness and puts them in your body and sends you down here that you can share that with us. You're full of it. You just don't, find it. It's inside you. Yeah, you're full of fire. Look at this. Life is in you. Not just do you give birth to children, you give birth to ideals. Ideals and bargains. You give birth to understandings. You give birth to the creative source of fire, which out of the void you can pull anything. Anything. You know, up till I was about, for a long time, I thought, gosh, I wish I'd been born a boy. But you know what? In this day and age, I am proud to be a woman coming up out of the darkness, learning to stand on her own 2 feet and standing for others, learning to make my own decisions for the first time in my life. And I know many of you have been doing that, but I am amazed because it was a strength that I desperately needed in my life for so long. And when God finally helped me to discover, and I'm a slow learner because I am very deep, and so it takes a long time to go all the way down to the bottom and come all the way back up to the top with the information, right? Talking of deep, let's talk about the moon. Let's talk about the divine feminine moon, the Amazon daughter. Speaking of deep, yeah. The water. Yes, I just did speak of the deep and the depth of diving all the way down to the bottom and looking for anything left from the past and previous histories of your soul life on this planet. I found 5 lifetimes that I've been here before, and surprisingly enough, I was here during times of change just like now, and really, it's not a surprise at all. Not a surprise at all. I've been working for God for my whole soul's existence throughout the universe. And I will continue to work for God because God is righteous. God is good. And what kind of righteousness am I talking about? I'm talking about the righteousness of just walking in truth and being honorable to people and kind and gentle, working from your heart, which is where love resides, and not the mind of logic, because it's only logical to, to sell that place that somebody needs that are living there because you want the money, and money's more important than a human life. But that's not logical at all if you work from the heart. When you work from the heart, that seems cruel and brutal to put people out on the street to live like animals with no shelter, no place to call their own. They can't find no value within themselves because why? Because society finds no value within them, and it's really, really hard to make it up out of there. And that's why we want to bring fairness and justice. That's why we dive deep to see, is it fair to herd off a certain peoples and say, well, you have to work for the rest of your lives and you got to work for 10 to 12 hours a day to pay these bills, of which all belong to me, and they live, off this planet, off resources they got for free. Mother Earth gave these things. The Indians didn't charge anybody to live on the land, so when they got here, they just took over with brute force. They stole the land. This land belongs to the people. To the people. Most of us have Indian in us now. Most of us are indigenous. I practice my indigenous religion. My religion is indigenous. I work through nature. I love Mother Nature. I love the gift of life that she gives. I'm enthralled with all the different species and she's created, from trees to plants to bugs and insects and to even living rocks, right? She even created living rocks. Isn't that amazing? This rock is alive. It carries energy. Look, this is for my solar plexus chakra, which is fire, and it has fire, a picture of a flame inside of it. I hope you can see that. Let me see if I can get it up here. Let me get a little bit. There we go. Do you see the flame? The fire? And I got this and I use it for my solar plexus. Yeah. It's for self-esteem. And it emits the energy of how it loves you and how you should love yourself. And because when you love yourself, you're loving a creation that God has created, the idea of who you are, which was God's dream, the idea of who you are, and you became that. And that's worth celebrating and being a part of. Yeah, get your living rocks. It helps you to transmute energies. And like, I'll show you this one. I love this one. Okay, so this just, I want to say it's for shits and giggles, but not really. I do use it like this sometimes if I have a headache. And so I will put it right here, see? And I see myself as unique and a unicorn, and there's nothing the matter with that. I invite all of y'all to play with your inner child and imagination and make believe and lighten up your world. You don't need to watch a cartoon. You can be your own funny, and that's okay too, right? That's when you dive deep, into your inner child. You go all the way down and you heal her all the way. I'm not ashamed or embarrassed about who I am. I love who God has created me to be. Just less than 10 years ago or 13 years ago, I hated who I was. I hated myself. Yeah. It's hard for me to believe that now, but I really did. And now I love myself. So I've had a 13-year transformation. And I am so grateful that I have been through it. We're all stardust. We're all made of the universe. Every star out there has participated in the creation of our DNA. The materials on this earth has bits and pieces of every part of the universe in it. We are creatures that cannot really truly be explained. We come up out of the clay, we come up out of the dust, and we come up out of the water, and we were just these little iggly squigglies, and over billions of years, we grew into something we're the universe embodied, and we're growing smarter and smarter all the time. I can't imagine what it will be like in 100 years. And what we're here is to make sure that we don't allow them to take out nature. Nature has to be a part of life, or there is no life. Nature is the most important part of life. She brings joy to life, a beautiful waterfall, sunset on an ocean, full moon on the 27th of November, Monday. Happiness, joy, roses and flowers and fruits and vegetables, shade trees, sunsets. You know, the universe is nature, and that's exactly who we are. Stars. Natural energy, natural fire, natural atoms, molecules, photons, all those things they see in the quantum field, that's what we are. We're made up of all that stuff. We run into a lot of devilish dilemmas. TV, media, phones, paying attention to things that don't matter really. No. Wondering if we're pretty enough, or if we're smart enough, or if we're this enough, or if we're that enough. It's time to call your power back, God says, and know that you are enough. He would never send you in here lacking. Light workers don't lack. You have everything you need to move forward strongly, independently. You are stardust. Light your fire. Oh, yeah, look at the chakras. Hey, have you worked on your chakras lately, Divine Feminines? God says maybe you need to cleanse your energy, would help you to be happier too. Seems like this whole thing has been about being happy. And we got this one sad card. Yeah, don't stay away from the media, stay away from bad news, stay away from the world stage of events because they make it sound as bad as they can. It's very depressing. Yeah. And it takes a lot of courage, because they're fear mongers. God brought up this courage facing fear. The media are fear mongers. They want you to be afraid. They want you to be stressed out, not relaxed, anxious, because a stressed out, unrelaxed, overtired, anxious person doesn't have time to think about things that would be better for them and their family, right? You ain't got time to make imagination of what a good life would be in the future, hardly, because you're still trying to worry about making sure you're surviving today and tomorrow. Yeah, it's hard to really go for a deep dive if you gotta survive, if you gotta, worry about your living circumstances. And that is why we want to bring the magic of spontaneous combustion, and we want to ride strong, hard, and with fire. And we're ready to change the world. The world is ready to go into a neutral, no money place where everybody enjoys the resources of everything for a minimum of volunteering time towards whatever trade or craft is needed, that everybody get a home, that everybody get nutritious food, that everybody get the best education, and we all start rising together, and we work 4 hours a day for whatever occupation that we're in or want to transfer to, donating our time to Mother Earth to make sure everything runs smooth for everybody else. Isn't that something? When that's everybody working for everybody, like the ants, building our lives and working that all should be okay. You need shoes? Go to Sears and get your shoes. You need a beautiful dress? Go to Versace. I mean, I don't know. Whoever you think would make you that beautiful dress. And if you sent me, you just walk in and be like, I'm hearing all those girls run out and say, oh, here's your glass of wine. They sit you down, they take off your shoes, they soak your feet while they're looking for your dresses, right? Look at your nails, take care of your nails. And then they come out with this beautiful array of dresses that you get to choose from to wear to your party. I mean, we should all be treated like that, right? Dresses, shoes, I mean, whatever we want, whatever kind of experience we need to have that we wanted to come for this earth for. Mother Earth, God, wants us to see this planet as a blessed place of holiday, the Eden, Garden of Eden. Okay, I'm going to pull the card. Oh, look, this fell out. Should I take it to the top? Should I take it to the bottom? I was told take it to the bottom. She wants it pulled off the top. Now I'm nervous. I made it all dramatic, didn't I? Choices. You have a choice. Think the way you need to think. Two of Earth, the star and the whale. Duality, both, and. Duality, both and all. It's what we deserve. It's what life deserves. And meanwhile, we be preserving them precious resources for the future, because our job is actually to watch after this planet for the future. We should be able to estimate 7 to 10 generations ahead of our day today that we know these children, these people will have resources on this planet when they get here. That's our responsibility. Yeah. And it's time we see, I want to say we understand it. Yeah. 9 of Fire. I'm going to read this. I hope I can find it. 9 of Fire. Fire. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, where are we at? Get over here to my wee moon. I'm going to actually send off and get a real book for wee moon. 4 of Fire. 5, 6, 7. 10 of Fire. 9 of Fire. Thank you guys for being so patient. Okay, 9 of Fire. What drives you to create what you do? What drives you to create what you do? Creative fire is a transformative act of will. Cardinal energy is what fires you up. Aries. Fixed energy is what keeps you going. Leo, mutable energy is what comes out of it. Sagittarius. These are the 3 stages of creation at work. A wave repeated 3 times in the 900 cards of each elemental suit. Creative fire drove this woman to make something out of her grief. Aries sparked her into action. Leo kept her sewing patches to create a power road. Sagittarius helped transform her grief into courage and sew the goddess patches together, all of creation, out of the material of the 4 elements. What creative forces kindle and stoke your resilience? Think about it. Look at that. She made it. From her grief and her sorrow and her sadness, she turned it into something powerful. And we can turn our lives into something powerful as well, and change the life of the future of those who are coming as well. And it's all in our hands, guys. It's all in our hands. I love you guys, Divine Feminine. Bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.